Shenmue II is an open-world action-adventure video game developed by Sega AM2, produced and directed by Yu Suzuki and published by Sega for the Dreamcast in 2001. It is the second game in the Shenmue series, a revenge epic in the tradition of Chinese cinema, which Suzuki plans to cover at least 4 games. Like the original Shenmue, Shenmue II consists of open-world 3D environments interspersed with brawler battles and quick-time events. It features a day and night system, variable weather effects, non-player characters with daily schedules, and various minigames. The story follows the teenage martial artist Ryo Hazuki as he arrives in Hong Kong in 1987 in pursuit of his father's killer. Some of Shenmue II was developed alongside the original Shenmue, the most expensive video game ever developed at the time. Shenmue II was completed for a much more reasonable sum. Microsoft secured exclusive North American rights for the game for its Xbox console, and the Dreamcast version was only released in Japan and Europe. The enhanced Xbox port was released in North America in 2002 and other territories in 2003. Despite positive reviews and appearances in several greatest video games of all time lists, Shenmue II sold poorly and the series entered a period of development hell lasting over a decade. 2015, Suzuki and his company ISNET began developing Shenmue III for PlayStation 4 and PC following a successful crowdfunding campaign, having licensed the series from Sega. Plot: in 1987, teenage martial artist Ryo Hazuki arrives in Wan Chai, Hong Kong from Japan on the trail of his father's killer, Lan Di, of the criminal Chi Men organization. He searches for Master Li Xiao Tao, the only link to the whereabouts of Yuandatsu, a martial arts expert who sent Ryo's father a letter warning him of Lan Di's intentions. When Ryo finds Tao, whose real name is Xuying Hong, she refuses to help, considering his quest for vengeance reckless. The two part ways, but Xuying continues to monitor Ryo's progress. Ryo encounters Wu Ren, the wily leader of a street gang. Ren decides to help Ryo after deciding there may be money to be made in Ryo's mysterious Phoenix mirror. Lan Di took the second mirror, the Dragon Mirror, when he killed Ryo's father. Wong, a street boy who admires Ren, and Joy, a free-spirited motorcyclist, assist Ryo in his journey. Ren informs Ryo that Tsu is hiding from the Chi Men in Kowloon walled city. They locate Tsu there but are ambushed by the criminal Yellowhead organization, and Tsu is kidnapped. Ryo and his allies infiltrate the Yellowhead headquarters, but Wong and Joy are captured. Ryo rescues Joy by defeating a powerful martial artist. On the rooftop of the Yellowhead building, Ryo rescues Wong and Tsu from the Yellowhead leader, Duna Yu, as Lan Di departs by helicopter. At Ren's hideout, Tsu reveals that Lan Di killed Ryo's father because he believes Iwar killed his own father. He also reveals that the mirrors will lead to the resurrection of the Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty of China. Tsu advises Ryo to continue his search in Bailu village in Guilin, where he says Lan Di is also heading. In the mountains of Guilin, Ryo meets a young woman named Shenhua Ling, whom Ryo previously saw in dreams. Shenhua's family is connected to the legacy of the mirrors, and she seems to have magical abilities. She brings Ryo to her family home, where a tree named Shenmue is in bloom, and explains that her name means flower of the Shenmue tree. The pair go to a stone quarry on the village outskirts to meet Shenhua's father, but find he is missing. They discover a cryptic note and sword. Ryo combines the sword with the Phoenix mirror, triggering a device that reveals a large mural of the dragon and Phoenix mirrors. Gameplay. Like the original Shenmue, the player controls teenage martial artist Ryo Hazuki in his journey for revenge. Most of the game is spent exploring the game's open world, searching for clues, examining objects and talking to non-player characters for information. The game features a 3D fighting system similar to Sega's Virtua Fighter series. Ryo can fight multiple opponents at once, and can practice moves to increase their power. In quick-time events, the player must press the right combination of buttons at the right moment to succeed. Shenmue II adds several gameplay features. Ryo can ask for directions from passers-by, and fast-forward the game's clock when waiting for a shop to open, for example, or a character to arrive. Unlike the first Shenmue, taking a job is not part of the main story, and the player can choose how to earn money, for example, by gambling, arm wrestling, street fighting or running a pachinko stand. Like Shenmue, Ryo can spend his money things including capsule toys or arcade games, and Shenmue II includes the 1987 game Afterburner. The Dreamcast version of Shenmue II also allows the player to import their save data from Shenmue, carrying over money, inventory items and martial arts moves. Development. Like the original Shenmue, Shenmue II was developed by Sega AM2 and directed by Yu Suzuki, who had created several successful Sega arcade games including Hang On, Outrun and Virtua Fighter. Some of Shenmue II was developed in tandem with the first Shenmue, which was most expensive video game ever developed at the time, reported to have cost Sega $70 million. In 2011, Suzuki said the figure was closer to $47 million including marketing. Shenmue II was completed for a much more reasonable sum. Release and XBO export. Shenmue II was released for Dreamcast in 2001 in Japan and Europe and 2002 in North America. The Japanese version includes a Virtua Fighter 4 passport, promoting Sega's upcoming Virtua Fighter 4. The Dreamcast version was only released in Japan and Europe. Microsoft secured the exclusive North American rights for Shenmue II and released the game for its XBOX console on October 28, 2002. The XBOX version features an additional camera mode, optional filter effects, an improved frame rate and lighting, and English-language voice acting. It also contains Shenmue, the movie on a standard DVD, comprising cutscenes from the original game edited into a film. The film was previously released in Japanese theaters. Reception. The Dreamcast version of Shenmue II received positive reviews. GameSpot found that it was so much better than its predecessor, refining nearly every aspect of the original, with improved pacing and an epic feel. Tom Bramwell of Eurogamer felt it was probably the best swan song the Dreamcast could hope for, and pushes Sega's final console to the very brink of its capabilities. By 2003, the Dreamcast version had sold 100,000 copies, a tenth of the original game's sales. Reviews of the XBOX version were more mixed. IGN praised the game's story, but criticized the English-language voice acting and found the graphics lacking compared to other XBOX games. Eurogamer's Martin Taylor criticized it as a lazy port, and concluded, "Your perseverance with the sluggish pacing can be rewarding, but Shenmue II consistently proves itself an aging game with aging looks." In 2008, Shenmue II was voted the 10th best game of all time in the IGN Reader's Choice Top 100 Games of All Time poll. In April 2013, Den of Geek ranked it and Shenmue the joint best Dreamcast games. In August 2014, Empire ranked Shenmue II the 51st best game of all time. Sequel. Suzuki plans the Shenmue story to cover at least 4 games. After the first 2 Shenmue games failed to recoup their development cost, Shenmue III entered a period of development hell lasting over a decade. On June 15, 2015, Suzuki announced a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign for Shenmue III during Sony's E3 conference, having acquired the series rights from Sega. In just over 9 hours, the campaign reached its initial $2 million goal. On July 17, 2015, Shenmue III became the fastest funded and the highest funded video game problem in Kickstarter history, earning $6.3 million. References. External links. Official Shenmue website, pictures of Shenmue locations in China.